Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the Appleton Oak. This is Diamond Dave Damone. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, tonight we are checking out The Haunting of Hill House. We are already on episode 9. This is called Screamin' Mimes, I believe it is. So I have so much faith in this show. I'm just ready for it. Every episode's been awesome. Let's get to it.
Guys, 2 episodes
Two
left.
to go.
2.
Oh.
And in episode 8, we had Oak have a heart attack and me scream
And he
like
lost
a little
his
girl.
voice. And he lost
And
his
me
voice.
scream like a little
Yep.
girl. I'm ready for whatever else is going to come. Let's get it.
A jump scare so bad I quite literally lost my voice for the rest of the episode. Thankfully, I got most of it back. I do actually still feel a little bit of the residuals. So, for as much as I am confident that this show is going to deliver episode 9, I'm hoping for not quite that level of jump scare. We'll see, but I guess only one way to find out.
Literally, pour on the gasoline. Let's go!
Dozed off, huh?
Live, Olivia.
Yes, I did.
Before the storm.
I wish I could just freeze them. Keep them just like this forever.
Your arm's asleep.
No, I'm...
Whoa.
You guys coming?
What the hell is
Wow,
going
she
on?
didn't even know what was going on. She was like in a trance.
Yeah.
He came pretty close to hitting his head on that wall.
It'll happen sometimes. Kids are malleable.
When I was 12, my dad died unexpectedly. I'm sorry. Me too. It was a car accident, and one day he was there, the next day he wasn't, and I didn't really know how to handle it. I didn't even cry. Not even at the burial.
I wonder if her dad had abilities.
So I cried harder. The hail came harder too. I'd been through hail before, but not like that. No, this sounded like rocks, like actual stones.
She seems like she knows something.
Yeah.
I saw the stone that broke the window too, right there on the carpet. And as suddenly as it started, it just stopped. Silence.
It happens in Revelations as well. Hailstones as heavy as a talent, it says.
How heavy is a talent?
About 75 pounds, I think.
And somehow those feelings came together up there in the atmosphere. It fell right back down on me. When Daddy died, I made it rain rocks. These things make perfect sense when you're a kid.
It's the way it was weird the way they're pulling back on this shot.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're so close to seeing what happened to her.
I know. I know. It's
My
like
impatience is starting to come through.
we're starting over here.
Oh, what is going on there?
What's in the tea? Oh, is she getting a headache?
A migraine, yeah.
Hey, is that
Oh,
dude?
there's the guy with the handlebar
It's the
mustache.
ghost.
Luke,
Yep.
what's going on in here?
She didn't even acknowledge him.
No.
Oh, did you see the ghost?
Okay.
Yeah.
See it?
No, that's Luke in the reflection.
No, that look in the top corner there.
Please, don't shout.
Look,
isn't.
look at the face.
Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh.
Right here. Look.
Back.
That right there.
Oh, Jesus. I thought that was Luke's reflection
That's what I
in the mirror.
lower, but then it was upper. Yeah.
She can't have your sister's clothes.
Abigail isn't real, Luke. Yes, she is.
Oh, this show.
Wild.
Try and miss her reading room. Leave Mommy alone. She isn't feeling good lately.
Huh.
Now I'm on the lookout for like
All the-
everything in the
yeah.
background.
I think somebody had mentioned in the
In the
comments before, like you have
They
to
said
pay,
keep a close
pay
eye
very
out.
close attention to everything that's in frame.
Oh wow, we're right back at Shirley's.
But why is she seeing this?
Oh, she has visions too. So
Is she having visions of seeing her adult daughter's death? Okay, this is, I gotta be honest, this is throwing me off. Like,
I
big
know,
time.
right? It's awesome.
Okay,
But
I'm getting ready for Nell to like pop up.
Lean back in if you're getting ready. Another body.
hers, maybe? Oh, it's Luke.
Oh no!
That's an OD.
That's what it looked like.
Oh, he's got the needle on his left arm. Yeah, it isn't.
I missed it.
Okay.
Oh,
there's
all right,
no
there's the
popping
setup.
up, like
Ghost
we had
conversation. What kind of information are we gonna get?
Oh, that's crazy. She can't open her mouth.
said.
What is going on here?
They're stitched shut.
Oh!
Mommy! Mommy!
Wow, so she saw,
The future.
future.
Future, yeah.
but does Luke really go that way?
Guess we'll find out.
He can't because he's been clean and got abducted by a ghost in the last one.
But
Or was it a foreshadow of a potential goner of Luke?
yeah.
I mean, they were adults, so I didn't recognize them right away, but the more I looked, the more I knew.
What a horrible dream. And clearly you dozed off while you were reading.
Why is Steve acting like this?
It was a terrible dream.
It seems odd to me.
I think he's saying you dozed off while you're reading to remind her that it was a dream and not a vision. You know what I'm saying?
Well, both of us have been feeling a little loopy lately. I still can't believe I did this.
Get it stitched. It was a mad gash.
Yeah.
Can't believe I didn't look.
You thought it was unplugged. I mean, it was supposed to be unplugged.
I may have put too much on poor Stevie.
Oh,
You were waiting for something.
here we go. Okay, just a fade. Yeah, can we see what happened to Luke?
I can't handle these guys.
Any movement on the walls or anything?
It's almost like we got to call out if we see stuff, you know, like where it is.
It
on
just
the
I keep
screen.
doing the Leo.
Yeah. Right there it is.
The breathing of this. Uh-oh.
Oh,
come on.
Who was that?
Creepy as shit.
Was that Abigail?
Someone's in the house.
Why are we doing this at night?
You wouldn't think it was one of your kids. I mean, she barely caught a glimpse. You know, she's seen someone's in the house, but she didn't.
Yeah, it didn't
Well,
really
the ones that we
specify.
saw did not look like one of her.
No, it
kids.
looked all gray.
Oh boy.
We're all
I'm
like
leaning back on this one. 'Cause last time we were all.
Oh, you see who's on the bed?
What the?
Is that the crazy one from the
that's-
picture
Yeah.
That's the one that grabbed Luke.
of her dresser?
That's what grabbed Luke too. Oh no, is this the night?
Well, come on. Shake a leg.
Not as scary as most of the other ghosts that we've seen.
Very welcoming.
I mean, kind of.
Very
Well, I mean, just
welcoming.
normal looking, you know.
You are a looker, aren't you? A real tomato Willie's gonna just love you.
Willie.
Willie.
I swear I could almost hear the sounds
Oh,
of the
William
city.
Hill.
God, I miss the sounds of the city.
Yeah, but why is he gonna?
Losing a child. Do you think there's a thing worse than that?
I don't think there's anything worse than that. A few nights ago, during the storm that I lost my little girl, I couldn't find her anywhere. And it felt so real.
Wait, didn't that actually happen in the show though?
She was choking on her own body for no reason. She breathed ragged and hot, and she went stiff, and one of her eyes turned red as blood, and she'd shake so bad the bed would shake, and when she started shaking, it went fast. She died. And my boy, I once dreamed his little legs stopped working.
Oh, the kid in the wheelchair we saw.
Oh, that's right.
And he couldn't stand, and he couldn't speak. And then he couldn't do anything but cry. Cry and bang on the walls.
Yep.
I held him so long that he went cold in my arms. But that was just a dream. Just a dream.
REM, anyone?
Screaming Mimi.
Screaming Mimi.
But then I woke up. And they were safe in their beds.
Oh boy.
Oh, whose kids will it be?
Perfect.
Oh, look at that
Oh,
transformation.
she's the ugly ghost. And now she's back.
They're the elephant's eyebrows.
What was with that?
And I bet you'd do anything for them. Ain't that so? Yes.
Oh, here we go.
So what if they was having a dream?
Uh-oh.
I mean bad ones. The worst of the worst. If they was stuck in that dream, you'd wake them. Of course. And keep them safe. There's no more screaming Mimis. You'd wake them up and you'd keep them just perfect. Just like they is.
I just don't understand what the
Wait.
point of like showing the old lady was, and then just for half a second and going back to this.
Yeah.
I know. Someone help us out there in the comments on that
I
one.
got a secret.
Oh, this could be big.
A way to wake them up.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
No.
she's gonna put the idea in her head.
Oh, was the mom trying to hurt the kids that night?
Oh, we're not even get to hear it? Oh, the
Is
screwdriver.
this the screwdriver bit?
Yep.
You?
Oh, I wonder if she goes and does that to the kids.
What's going on with you?
Nothing.
You're holding a fucking screwdriver to my throat.
No, I wasn't. I was.
Don't you give me those crazy eyes.
Crazy.
Janet's up for a visit. Just for a couple days or something.
That could be good.
Oh, it's hungry eyes.
You'd have to juggle the kids and the house, and
I'll manage.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
I think I've underestimated these
Look at
migraines,
that.
you
It's a
know.
puzzle.
You're just tired?
It just snuck up on me all of a sudden.
Not just tired. It's the house.
I'll sort it out. Promise.
God, this is so intense.
Oh, we're gonna see the clocksmith again.
Yep. We just gonna stand there? You're not even working.
Slow down, kids.
Another one?
I mean, it's like who's real and who's not.
They're all ghost. Right?
Well, you know, there was people working.
No,
on the
they did
house.
hire
They
some
did hire
people.
people to work on the house, but the dad told
Yeah.
Steve that
That's
the clockmaker
right.
wasn't real.
Yeah.
Let,
He's got his fan there.
So that must be just before the accident, obviously.
Good night, Button.
Oh, this is creeping me out
I love
big
you so
time.
much.
Oh, the anticipation build.
What if I dreamed that you sent us away into the dark and we got hurt? Really hurt. You send us away out into the dark and my heart breaks right in half and I can't feel anything happy for weeks and months and years until I can't stand it anymore and I have to die.
What?
Very specific.
So sad. I'm scared of the dark out there that I put poison in me.
Yep.
Poison myself for years and years until my blood turns into poison, my body breaks down.
She's dreaming it.
A piece at a time over years and years and years until I'm on
Wow,
a
this
silver
is
table.
heavy.
With my jaw wired shut,
On a silver table.
dead and cold on the floor, with a needle in his
She's
arm.
thinking it.
And it was you that killed us because you sent us out there.
Never.
What did you say?
I would never.
Would you wake us up from a dream like that
Of course.
and keep us safe?
Oh, here it comes.
Safe with you, Mommy? Are we really?
Oh my god.
This has to be like a
It's like, yeah,
subconscious.
it's like all her self-doubts.
Of course you're safe with me. Mom?
Oh,
It
remember
was.
that scene where she was in there just
Yep.
staring at the empty
Where's
beds?
the twins?
Yep.
They're downstairs. Of course.
I'm digging the tie-ins
I-
on this
I-
one.
I-
Finds me.
I love how they go back to the other scenes.
What you doing with those?
Oh, these are actually for a little project.
Interesting, her positioning in front of that statue.
It's a surprise. For me? That's right. He's worried about you.
So this is just before Steve was painting that
Are you all right?
vanity.
She punched it and broke the mirror.
Yeah.
Stand firm between the world out there and these little souls, because the world out there has teeth, and it is hungry, and it is stupid, and it eats and eats mindlessly. It doesn't care that they're innocent. Hold the door. Even if it makes them hate you. Even if he does. How much longer are you staying here? I mean, your family. We were hoping to be out by the end of August, so the kids can go to school. But
All we wanted to do was flip it.
August is good. Better if it's sooner.
There's more to her.
And Janet?
I'm gonna get to it in the wrap up.
We don't stay after dark. Horace and I. And my child is not allowed to step foot on this place. Not one.
Jesus.
She knows.
She knows.
2 children the same age as my... So I said I would work.
Trying to do
In
what
the
she can a
daylight.
little bit. During the daylight.
To keep an eye. It's just
She's trying to be a guardian angel. That's why she was in front of those wings like that.
heading to my sister's on Monday. Get some air. Very good.
Aunt Janet literally just described everything to her.
Yeah.
Get these to the young man. Let him finish his project.
This isn't it.
That's Aunt Janet.
No, she's
I'll pray for
going
you,
to Janet's
Olivia.
house. It's her sister's house.
I know that's not your
This
thing.
is the
but
housekeeper.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
always
right.
do every
Yeah.
night. Say a prayer
My
for
bad.
your
Don't,
family and these walls.
don't hurt me too much in the.
No, it's okay. This is all very.
I'll say a few extra tonight.
I swear
Yeah,
she said
she's
it's Aunt Janet before.
She's Claire.
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 I don't even think she's really a person. I think she's like an angel.
I know you were taking a little vacation. Wanted to cheer you up.
Oh, what does she see? I'm getting ready for
Yeah.
this jump scare.
She's gonna see the old version of the woman from last night. Here it comes.
Music just picked up.
Mom?
Show it. Oh, that's what she sees. The kids.
Damn, do we really lose Luke?
What am I supposed to do here? What do you want me to do, huh?
I don't know.
House. Get out of the house.
I'm only scared. Do you think there's something wrong with me? Like really wrong?
This is when you're supposed to say no, dude.
I think maybe Monday's a little late for your trip.
Fair enough. Let's just go now.
Go tomorrow then. First thing.
It's gonna be okay, Liv.
Oh, the classic. It's going to be okay.
But you're gonna have to handle the kids.
I can handle it. I won't let anything happen to them.
It's not that simple.
It is.
You guys be good and take care of your poor handsome dad for me, okay?
Okay, so we made it out of the night.
Made it through the night, yeah.
My cab's outside. I gotta get to the airport.
We'll be fine. You fly safe.
Wait.
So this is the clothes that he was wearing.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's going to be underneath there?
Mold is all still there.
Still there.
Okay, Luke, listen, you cannot just...
this is
So they
They-
highlighted that.
They've highlighted that rat killer a number of times.
Oh, hi, Mom.
It was fine.
No,
That's why we're the Chris.
What is going on with her? She didn't go.
She's fine.
Yeah, she's in a hotel bed. You can tell.
She's making margaritas.
Call me back later when the kids have gone to sleep.
No, you have your hands full.
Here you, bud. Okay.
He's way calmer than I'd be. That looks a lot like the hotel that
Nell-
the kids ended
yep.
up at. Well, and the one that Nell went to, you're
Yeah,
right.
it had that vibe.
I think it's the same one.
Taxi's dropping her back off at home.
Yep. At night. Oh, how much
Come
time?
on.
And that's the shirt he was wearing.
And the hand rat, yeah.
This is the night it happens.
They'll probably give us some crazy. Oh my god!
Yep. And then we're gonna have the finish. There she
Kind of
is.
creepy, considering the circumstances that are going on.
Like she wouldn't come in and say hi.
Oh, there's a rat poison.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder if she's gonna try to give it to the kids or something,
or take it herself.
Remember, like the how to stop your kids from having the really bad dreams.
That's right. The ghost whispered in her ear.
Oh boy, here's the start. Here's Cheryl.
Yep, because she was up.
I wonder if she's trying to pour the rat poison down Dad's throat.
And then maybe she catches her. Oh, so much speculation.
Like intertwining, like they just miss each other, right? Nope, never mind. Not happening. Oh man, what is this?
She sees it as Mom.
There's the tool bag.
Or is that Mom's luggage?
Oh, man.
Mom?
She's mixing the poison.
That's not Mom.
Shirley.
See?
Yeah, she is, but that's...
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for food. Dad really phoned in dinner.
Look at her face, though.
What are you doing here? I thought you were at Aunt Janet's.
Oh, okay.
I missed you all so much.
It looked creepy earlier.
She's got rat poison and all
Yep.
those things.
Look at her. Look how gray she is.
You grew up so fast. You and Steve. Theo, too. Kittens need their mommies and then they don't.
Okay.
Cheryl has to go and see that, right? What's on the counter?
I mean, it's right there. She's going to look now, maybe.
Because you're right. That's for Nell and Luke.
Oh.
Yep. The tea party. The tea party in the red room. Remember? That was his vision.
Oh, honey, what are you doing? I'm sorry. Who?
She's there.
You said she could sleep over. So did Dad. I don't want to get in any trouble.
No, aren't you just the sweetest? No, dear. You're not in any trouble. We were actually about to have...
She can't be real.
Abigail, would you like to join us?
It's open.
Yep.
You found the key.
You want to know the secret? We are the key.
Creepy.
Oh, what what is this?
This is Luke's vision.
Thought you said Mom was at Aunt Janet's.
She is?
I just saw her in the kitchen and she was being really weird.
He's going to go to the kitchen and see it and then run up
How
there.
do you take your tea?
That's what has to happen because we saw whatever episode it was him running in the
Oh,
elevator.
look at all the mold.
Is that
What's
so?
that in the back?
It's sneaky, though.
The mirror?
I think it's the reflection.
You can't tell my mom, though. She worries about everything.
Clara's daughter.
Yep.
Making sure everyone's safe. Always safe.
He's going to see it. Yep.
Locked in.
Right by the teapot.
Still a little hot.
You blow on it.
Your cup of stars.
And when you drink it,
No.
you hold your pinky up like this.
Mm-hmm.
She drinks it
Whoa.
first. He doesn't. He's not able to save
That's
her.
why she falls over.
Yep.
Nothing.
Oh, the tease.
Oh, they're teasing us.
I'm just so happy.
No. Wait, is she real? I can't tell
No,
anymore.
Abigail's not real.
Oh man. Okay, so now I notice this sprint.
Yeah,
Big sprint.
you need to go a lot faster than that. Okay, the red room's just right over here.
That really bad dream. Of course I'd wake you. I'm waking us all up.
So Abigail's going to town.
Yeah.
It's okay, she's having a nightmare. She's gonna wake up.
What's wrong? Abigail!
Oh!
She's safe. Drink your tea.
Are you sure she's not real? I can't tell anymore. What are you doing? There's
Oh,
the
remember?
smack.
Yep, there's that.
She wakes up.
They're all
finds out
gone.
She's killed the neighbor's daughter and then proceeds to
Taking out.
remember the sheriff said the other body.
Yeah.
They weren't referring
So it wasn't
to.
Will Hill.
Yep.
She checks the window. Oh,
Yep.
nope. So there is Abigail.
She's okay. She's in the window.
Just got to get Steve. Or do you get him already?
Oh my God.
That's a lot.
Jeez, man.
It's like everybody from the house. Get up. That's why he's telling Steve to close his
Closes his eyes. Yep. Yep, there they all are. They're everywhere.
Oh,
That's right.
They're in there.
Oh, remember when we saw that?
We did see that. Yep.
It was her.
Yep.
He wants to take him away from you.
Oh my God.
So much tension.
He is tall.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's not creepy at all.
She lies. That one.
Who?
Poppy. She's a liar.
Can you help me?
What can I do for you, dear?
What's the nicest creepy old lady
Ever.
Eyes closed.
This is where she falls
Sprained
down
ankle.
the stairs. Yep.
This is where they see her coming to the window.
Yep.
He's killing them. He's driving them into the
Oh,
dark.
wow, he really did bail on her.
Yeah.
He's driving them toward a silver table. He's driving them toward a needle. He's driving them toward disease and heartbreak and sadness and death. And those teeth that'll tear and chew and eat them alive a piece at a time.
Shut up!
Oh my God, it's the neighbor's daughter, the caretaker's daughter.
See, I still didn't know if Abigail was actually real or not.
I'm
Because he
still
kept drawing the
confused.
pictures, you know. Little Luke was drawing the pictures, but then she had that whole conversation with the caretaker about homeschooling her daughter and keeping her away.
No.
Okay, she's real.
Yep.
Yep. She was real.
Holy shit.
Are you awake now?
It's Mom with her hair done up and everything.
Are you sure?
I don't know who that is.
Does Olivia take care of herself now?
That's what I think. I think she opts out.
Yep. Mr. Mayhem's coming up real quick.
What are we watching? Something here?
Hey, that's... It's a great term to use in these cases.
Well, are the ropes still going to be there from the construction?
Yep.
Sure enough.
Just like Nell.
Mm-hmm. But that's not how she did it, according to the police. They said she fell down the stairs.
He's killing all of them.
Who?
It's okay, sugar. It's just a dream.
You shut up, Poppy.
Just a screaming Mimi. And wake up. And find those little bugs safe in their beds.
Unreal.
Oh.
Oh, no rope.
Yeah, she's going to do a Peter Pan right off this thing. Oh.
Oh, they showed it.
Yeah,
They're
showed her,
flinching.
yeah, they showed her moving.
Twitching, not flinching. Wow.
I know that's a pretty far drop, and depending on how she landed, do you think that'd be enough, or?
Can do a lot of work.
How is this? This isn't even the last episode.
No, because the dad's got to go back.
Oh, and now they're just all happy moving in for the first day. What a punch.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
Yeah, it'll be awesome all summer long.
So much potential.
Do you know which bag had my camera?
Blue bag's still in the car.
Smells weird too.
Smells, it's cold, all the obvious signs.
We're gonna be rich. We're gonna be swimming in it.
Well, haven't you always wanted it in the summer?
Oh, highlighted that one for sure.
Are you coming?
It's all you.
Oh, gee, thanks.
You guys go on without me.
How could we?
And that's where she gets to be forever, like reliving that memory. That was her happiest time in the house when she first got there.
Dude. Unbelievable.
All right, guys.
Jeez,
that was
man.
episode 9. We only got one more to go. And there was so much guessing going on in this one. I got to apologize if we missed some of the obvious stuff, like the fact that Abigail was real, which I'm sorry. I thought when Lucas was drawing all the pictures of her, I thought for sure she was a ghost in the way that she was being talked about, but apparently she was real after all. And again, apologies if we missed that.
Yeah, the way they presented her is to
because like nobody else ever saw her.
Yeah,
she was always just there. But okay, so that got tied up, and the writing on this was so incredible because they dropped little hints of what happened on this night through the whole first 8 episodes. And as it's happening, like we were doing, I'm sure a lot of you were probably yelling at your screen, oh no, this is where that happens because this person said this is what they saw and we know what's going to happen now. They're having the tea party. Just incredible the way it took you for a ride where you had just enough information to kind of be terrified of what you were going to see and where it was going to go. I thought it was excellent. I cannot wait for the last episode. This has been such a fun series.
Yeah, this whole episode, right in the beginning, I was just saying how impatient I was, not seeing anything about the mom or whatever. Whole episode was mom, Olivia. Wow, that was wild to see, and it was great to see all the tie-ins now.
Yep.
From all the previous.
Because the number of times they showed that rat poison, I feel like they've done it a number of times.
There was a handful, and it's great to see the payoff on that. I'm right there with Quinn when he says about the whole Abigail thing. Clearly you saw it, that I still didn't believe it. It was confusing. So if that was annoying, apologies on that, because the way they were presenting her the first couple times, it was Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost Abigail. And that's what that's where my head was the entire time up until that moment where it's like, it actually happened.
Yeah, because he drew her all scary and stuff.
Maybe that's what the writers were trying to do, is trying to get you to second guess everything, which if that was the case, well done, got me. God, I knew I should have wrote down some of my thoughts when this was going on because I was going to forget when we got to here. With the mom, seeing her perspective on all this now was finally fantastic because we get to see Luke and Nellie and her visions are gone. So we seen Luke being gone. In the last episode here, which crazy if that does happen, or wonder if they can, have the ability to move away from that somehow by saving him. I don't know. That's going to be wild.
Yep.
Gosh, I knew there was one thought at the end there.
The one that I wanted to jump in on real quick while you're gathering your thoughts is I really like how they showed the caretaker and that camera shot they used. And I don't know if it made the cut or not, but the way she moved in front of the angel statue and the way the caretaker was standing, where she had the wings coming out of her, and she was basically being the guardian angel to the mom, being like, no, everything you're feeling is right. You need to listen to your thoughts. If you think somebody's trying to hurt your kids, you need to act on that. And it's like she was like right there as the guardian angel, like, couldn't be more obvious. I really thought that was a nice touch. And we saw more out of the caretaker than we've seen in previous episodes.
Yeah, and where I was going to go with my last thought here was that end. The way they had it all just dark through up until those last few moments was showing us how, in this case, as normal as a family could be, all happy, gotten the excitement into the new home, not knowing obviously how bad this home is, And it was crazy to see what happened to the mom, and then boom, hey, we're gonna take you back to this happy time right when they were moving in. What a gut punch that was. So
yeah, I have so many what ifs right now. What if the caretaker is the guardian angel, not for the mom, but for her kids?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
For the kids.
Yep.
And interesting enough, so the writers have done such a good job at making us question so much what's real, what's dream. So there's these different components. What's real, what's dreams, and what's supernatural, like ghosts and stuff like that. And the lines between those have become so thin, and there's so much gray area that it's difficult. Now, with Abigail, it's like, okay, we find out that hanging out in the treehouse wasn't real, but Luke brought up Abigail so many times. Now, it's very curious to me, and I just caught this at the very end. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, the mom was super protective of Abigail, didn't let her go out after dark, never let her come to the house. But she was able to come for a sleepover. Now, your parents would know if your child was gone. Yep. Now, it can't be a coincidence that the night that the mom allowed Abigail to go over to the house for the sleepover was when she thought Olivia or Liv was going to be gone. You can't go to the house. You can't go to the house. You can't go to the house. Oh, Liv is gone, out of town. Yeah, you can go over for a sleepover when the mom is gone.
Didn't Abigail say something in the bed of, what did she say there at Don't Tell My Mom? What was that about? I can't remember now.
That her mom always worries a lot. But I wonder if her mom is worried that the other mom is in the house and has issues, and she doesn't want her daughter in the house with the mom at night. So there's so many what ifs. I'm not 100% convinced, and I know I said this in the last episode. And look, if it ends up this way, I swear on Jesus, I have not watched a minute of this series. I'm still, there's a part of me who thinks like this show is going to end and it's going to be Steve like closing up his book for the audience, and this entire story is going to be one of Steve's books. And the reason why that sits in my head is that the writing has gone now in so many different directions, again, with supernatural sights, ghosts. But the thing that really kind of engraves that a little bit further for me is the mom seeing a future version of Nellie
and Luke.
And Luke. I'm like, okay, the mom's had all these visions, but now she has visions of her adult children in a situation how many years in the future. It's just, there's, the connections and stuff. There's I think the writing's been brilliant, but there's just a few things that aren't quite sitting right with me, and not from like I don't like how they've done it standpoint, just like a me questions. Trying to like figure it out standpoint. And the story was so intriguing and so well written, and her seeing the future version of Luke and Nellie really threw a curveball at me and kind of furthered my belief that that's something. There's going to be some sort of reveal at the end. It's not, I don't know. Something just doesn't sit right with me. I really think, look, and I could be way off base, but I really think at the end, this is all just a giant dream sequence or a book or something. Maybe it's the mom wakes up and she's like, oh, I had the worst dream. And then they sell the house and it's like, hey, we sold the house.
Yeah, and I'll say, normally that's done sometimes as a cop-out, or when writers find themselves kind of painted into a corner and there's no other way out. It's like, the old dream sequence lever we can pull, or the amnesia, or it was a story or a book. So, normally you do that when you're kind of stuck. I don't think that they're in that situation yet. However, I can completely see where you're coming from, and it would not surprise me if, like you said, we see Steve closing the book, ending in front of an audience.
I will say
we'll see,
that will be very disappointing.
They made a point to show that Steve does these readings, right? And granted, they used that as a setup for Nell to confront Steve, but that scene, like I keep going back to that scene. And like, would she sit in? Would she wait? When you saw that room, right? It was small. Mm-hmm. There was maybe 4 seats on one side, 4 seats on the other. Like he wouldn't notice his sister sitting in the chair. And even if you're reading, you're picking your head up. I felt like there's, everything that they've done for a reason.
Yes, everything matters.
They've shown that. They've shown this. They've shown that. And I feel like, you know, they showed Steve staying at the woman's house in the beginning, who was such like this fan of the books. And, you know, they talk about Steve making stuff up and taking liberties with the story. But the fact that he sat there and did a reading makes me wonder if all this is a reading. And if it is, it's still a really good story, right? Like right now we are watching clearly a fictional work. We're watching a story. We're watching a story. And so would it be that bad if all of a sudden they cut back and it's like, yep, here's my story, and whoa. and look, part of me kind of wants to be right because they're like, yeah, I nailed it. And part of me wants to be wrong because it just the writers have gotten so creative. Any direction it goes, I feel like I'm gonna love it. But let's get to the next one.
All right.
Yeah, we're diving right in. So.
I know we're all pretty hyped to get to the next one. So that's the Appleton Oak. That's Diamond Dave Damone. I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. We will see you on the next and the last Haunting of Hill House.
Mr. Dudley
Okay, we saw this.
It's supposed to open any door in the house.
Nope.
What do you think is in there? What if it's a cotton candy machine?
That'll be something.
Or a pony?
Not a pony.
Oh, wow. Whoa. That looks... Oh, we saw this scene.
This isn't working.
It could be a pony. Something was moving. I saw the shadow under the door.
Yeah, remember when she was...
Yeah, when she was doing...
Yeah.
Why are they doing the...
Yeah.
Where's the freaking key?
Don't say that word.
You say it.
What?
It's got to be like some weird wormhole or something.
I want to see what's in there, too.
Looks like a dance studio.
Yeah.
We need more keys.
You know, the way the house looks, though, with like the windows
So
there.
remember when we saw those two running?
Yep, and there's the feet.
The feet.
Was her.
Not funny, Luke.
Okay.
But, you know, the way the house looked there, and maybe we can roll the credits here and just let them go so we can have our theories.
We're letting the intro roll here, folks.
Yeah, the way the house looked and the way that stained glass window was on the right-hand side, it almost looked like there shouldn't be a room there because it's the outside wall of the house. Like, there's no room for a room there. It's totally bizarre.
Hey.
Hey. How was it?
It was great. Kelly says hi.
Are they going to show us?
You were missed.
I was going to cook.
He's going to tell her.
But she wants fries.
No, she's
fries.
pregnant.
No.
How's writing?
She just said she wants fries and she rubbed her belly.
Really slow.
How much since I left?
2 pages. I always said I'd never gonna do a follow-up to Hill House, and I think this is why.
Eat. It's the best cure for writer's block.
Don't use those.
Did they get back together? Did he get it reversed? You know, you can get the snip reversed with a fair amount of success.
She is pregnant. Holy crap.
It might also be said that some houses are born bad.
Born bad.
Too much?
It depends. Where are you?
Dad and I just got to the house, and we know Luke bought the gasoline.
Oh, honey.
But remember, his original book is based on what had happened.
Yeah, so maybe...
You're never going to publish it.
I do, though. To see it. To really see it.
Here.
So this is after everything.
Yeah, way after.
One day she's going to ask about her grandfather and about her Uncle Luke. What happened in that house? She's going to hear all sorts of stories.
What?
Whose voice did you need? Whose story did you need to hear the most?
What happens with the dad and Luke?
She needs to hear
What if
this
he's dreaming?
This has to be a dream.
This is for little Eleanor.
I don't believe it.
This house, which seemed somehow to have formed itself, lying together in its own powerful pattern under the hands of its builders.
Here we go.
It was a house without kindness. Never meant to be lived in, not a fit place for people or for love or for hope.
Well, Luke is not there.
Okay, so our theory about like Luke was dreaming and the house being on fire is not happening.
Smell that? Yeah. Gasoline.
So he did do that.
It's okay. Come on.
Oh,
What the hell?
It's the tall,
guy that followed Luke around.
Yep.
Oh, now who's he gonna see? Oh, Abigail.
Abigail, yep. Oh, they're coming in behind them.
Right
They're everywhere.
Well, they both see them, though, and they both know that they both see them. Look at me.
Oh.
Jeez.
Look at me.
Fear is the relinquishment of logic, the willing relinquishing of reasonable patterns.
No.
We yield to it or we fight it, but we cannot meet it halfway.
Oh, that's a badass statement. We yield or fight. Can't meet it halfway.
I am home, I thought, and stopped in wonder at the thought. I am home. I am home. Now to climb.
Love the coloring.
Yeah.
Door's always been locked.
Only when it wants to be.
Take off the hinges. How hard can it be?
That was my thought, like the first episode. Whoa.
Maybe with the two
Oh,
of
he can
us.
see right through it.
It's going to close on him.
Steve, wait!
You okay?
I just need a break.
Why don't you come to bed?
I can't say what happened after the door closed. I don't remember how I got out of the house. I don't remember coming back to California. I don't remember us reconciling.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way this is happening.
It's not happening. He's in the room dreaming this.
Well, of course you don't. Because you haven't written it yet.
I don't know.
I mean, is anything real before
I think he's still in the room.
those people are real, their feelings are real, their pain is real, but not to you, is it? Not until you chew it up and you digest it and you shit it out on a piece of paper.
See, this is what I mean.
Pale imitation
Yep.
at best. You take other people's lives and love and loss and pain.
Yep, that's what they were all telling him.
You eat it and you shit it out, and then and only then is it real for you. Normal people's lives are flesh and blood and muscle.
Like another conscience thing going on.
Yeah.
A plastic hack, aren't you, honey?
Just like his
So
mom.
Of course you don't
with-
remember how you healed our
when he
marriage.
walked in on her. He's
Yep.
having the same thing.
Yep.
I picked up the check for your dreams and I said goodbye to mine, and not even that was enough. Don't lie to me, honey. I wasn't real. If I was real, you never would have walked out that door.
What is happening?
He's in the red room dreaming.
This little one,
It's going to be all the mold.
she won't be real either. She's kicking. Oh, she's hungry. She must be an eater like her dad. If she eats me from the
Oh, there
inside
Look at her.
face.
Look at her face.
like a blister, will you lose your mind?
Explode.
Like your mother?
That's messed up.
Steve.
So none of it was going on.
They're all there, though.
How'd they get there?
Is that the rat poisoned by him?
Just like the mom dreamed. This has to be another dream.
Is there somebody behind him?
Oh,
Here
God,
we
now we're
go.
getting,
God, what a cool effect that was, though.
extends out the hand. And then
come behind
grab.
you. That's Poppy.
Poppy knocked him out. Now we got another dream.
Picking up after Luke got beat up and jacked.
My arms and legs are so stiff. I need a bed. A couch. I'll sleep on the goddamn floor. Just please let me come back. Please.
Hey,
No.
what do you think? It's a perfect place to get clean for a few days.
So this is his
We're
Luke's
already
dream
paid
of
up,
what
and
he
they even
thinks
have room
happened.
service, Luke.
Yep.
Because Steve picked him up on that corner.
You know, everybody's always given up on me my whole life. But not you, Luke. You saved me.
They're throwing us for a wild ride right
Yeah.
now.
You took the money and you ran away. I never found you.
No, I came here. I got us this hotel room. And I found you at the payphone, remember?
Right.
It doesn't seem like the kind of hotel room that they would get for
200
bucks.
I have something for us.
Oh.
Red pill or blue pill?
No, it's a balloon of drugs.
And I put it in my arm in some alley,
God,
and
I
maybe
can't
I
watch
died
this
there.
sort of stuff.
And the puke and the piss. And the alley rats are chewing on me right now. Little yellow teeth punching through the jelly.
So is this like a representation of what happened to her? She's dead in an alley?
Come with me, Luke.
No,
Come on, we can fight this.
Baby, you already did.
How does that happen?
If you look long enough at the wallpaper, you can see that little girl. It's the little girl with the runny egg.
Oh, he injected the rat poison, or somebody injected him with rat poison.
Dad. Steve, what?
Oh!
Got me.
That was what Abigail did to Steve when he was sitting down.
Oh, what's happened to Dad?
It's the mold. It's everywhere. Oh, gosh.
This roller coaster that we're on. Oh, okay, so here's...
The sisters.
Yep, Theo and Shirley.
Dad!
Oh, no.
Yeah, this guy. Forgot about him. The guy with
the glass.
Oh, we never even got to find out.
I think we're going to find out right now.
Oh my God. Shirley!
Ah! They keep knocking him out.
This is for you.
Oh, cool. I'm wanting to know this story, so let's get it.
Tell him thanks, but I'm...
Do you want me to pour it out?
Tell you what, what's the weirdest thing you guys have on the happy hour menu? Like the thing no one ever orders.
Well, she gave into it.
She wants the attention a little bit.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be funny. Been a minute, yes.
Can I sit here while I eat these?
You could go for some wings right now.
I will keep it professional. Hand to God. We can chat embalming technique.
It's convention.
I guess that's the thing about starting your own home. They just never tell you. It's not like buying a house, not even a little.
I didn't sleep for 2 years, and mine was pre-owned too.
For real? I didn't hear last call.
Here comes the... Let's continue this conversation.
On that note...
Oh, no. Don't do it.
I'm not. I'm just saying, since we missed last call...
Gonna do it.
I've got all the makings of a mean martini in my room. If you want a nightcap.
Oh, boy.
He's married
too. Yep.
I enjoyed the conversation, but I'm gonna say goodnight.
I don't think she does.
You don't have visions just randomly.
I think she looks back at what she could have done.
That's not what you said, though. You looked at my ring, and then I said the thing about the carnivorous biped, and you said...
Let's see what kind of martini it makes.
How old was Jaden then? 6? And Allie was...
2.
She did.
Yep.
You looked at my wedding ring right before you answered.
It was gross. You were married and you were pushing.
Don't lie. That ring closed the deal. You went upstairs with me because of the ring, because the ring meant...
You had as much to lose as I did.
Yep. And that was a calculation.
Oh, Jesus.
God, who would have guessed how good at it you were? You got dressed and you flew home and it was like nothing happened. You got away with it.
I'm a good wife. I'm a good mother. I'm a good person.
But you never told him, did you?
Fuck you.
And even then, your anger at Theo, Kevin...
Fuck
Hypocrite.
You did it and you liked it and you just decided not to look at it. That's you all over. Shirley never wants to look. But Shirley has to look.
really like how they did that, not having us see her go up to the room, and put the moves on each other, right?
Nah, that wouldn't fit in a movie like this. Oh, it's hers.
Seeing her own funeral.
Yeah.
The instant someone dies, they learn everything. Every secret.
She's got an ability.
And when I die, I'm gonna wake up in that hotel room and have to watch every single thing she did. And that scares her so bad. She hopes she'll die first.
Oh, that's all right. Here, come with me.
This is so messed up. I don't even.
I fixed her.
Fixed her.
He fixed her.
But underneath, she is a horror. And we pickle it and paint it, but it's still death and rot and ruin. But she is pretty, isn't she?
Waiting for a
nope.
Waiting for a jump scare.
No eyes? I'll show him. Ugh.
Hey.
Shirley.
Jeez. Again, Nell is there.
Oh, so now she's in the room.
Oh,
We need help.
this isn't real. It's a dream.
It's real. He's dying. Come on. Come on.
Okay,
Now it's her
Bill's
turn. Yep.
God, what are we going to see here? All right.
What's that about?
I can't recall. There was a reason for this.
Oh, what kind of wild ass dream is going to happen now?
Oh, she was.
I don't
she
feel
was
anything.
Okay, so
Yep.
yep,
she talked.
That silly man thought his wall would keep them out, but there was just enough room for him and them. So he was trapped behind
Talking
that
about
wall.
dude in the basement.
Will?
Afraid and guilty.
Yeah, it's got to be. He walled himself in.
Fingers were shredded on
Yep.
his own bricks until his scratches just sounded like rats in a
Mm-hmm.
wall.
Why is Theo getting this story though? It's because she walls up and keeps people out.
And when he woke up, it was tall. So tall.
Wait.
Fear and guilt are sisters, Theodora. When you wake up, they'll leave you be. For always.
Okay, so guilt followed Luke around. The tall guy. Fear and guilt.
Just enjoy me. I'm loving you.
A lot of hands.
No. No. No.
So
Yeah,
has a
because
lot of guilt,
she
too.
hates being touched.
Oof.
Go, go.
Check his pulse.
No.
I can't feel it.
Fucking there, Luke. Fucking there.
Yeah, it's rat poison. It's,
CPR is not going to help that.
So it did happen. Now we finally get a clean version of older Luke.
I almost named you Robin. Your dad even agreed. Robin Crane. But when I looked at you for the first time, you were Luke. You just were. I almost forgot.
This is some sad shit.
They're in the red room. Did you see the red door?
Yeah, it's all done up, and she's got the hat.
We're going to have a tea party with big boy hats,
He knows.
Mm-hmm.
stars, and we're so glad you're finally here.
Go.
Why would you want your brother to go? He just got here.
Wait, is he gonna?
He's gonna come back.
I think he might come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
The world, my love, it isn't and it wasn't, and you never should have been fed to it like you were.
Fed to it. She said that before, or Poppy did.
You've been knocking on that door for years and years and years. We could hear you knocking louder
Kind of like
all
the
the time.
angels on each shoulder, the
Here you
good and
are.
the bad.
Please.
Don't.
No, I have to get.
Please.
There we go.
Ah, she brought him back. Yep, by taking her gloves off.
We gotta get into the hospital.
I thought you were gone, man. I thought you were gone.
You woke up. You were gone.
He saved me.
They all gonna see Nell?
Yep.
We have. All of us have.
I don't think she can hear us.
So many times and we didn't know it.
We need to get Luke out of here. We need to get into a hospital.
Get it.
All this time we tried to get into this room and now we can't get the fuck out.
Like I've been here before.
We have. All of us have. Huh? So many times and we didn't know it.
Yeah, because it was that was
time
the
warp,
rumor.
like
Yeah, the
black
warp.
hole, whatever.
Yeah, a wormhole.
This room is like the heart of the house.
No, not a heart, a stomach. It was your dance studio, Theo.
It was your dance studio.
It was my toy room.
Oh.
Yep, it was
It was
everybody's
a reading
room.
room for Mom, the game room for Steve, family room for Shirley.
It's where everybody had their, yep.
Forgiveness is warm. Like a tear on a cheek. Think of that and of me. When you stand in the rain. I loved you completely.
Sounds kind of like
And you
writing
loved
in
me
a
the
book.
same. That's all. The rest is confetti.
Okay, where's the dad?
He's still knocked out outside the
Oh.
there he is.
Oh, see, I thought something happened to him.
He had that bottle of pills next to him.
Oh, creepy ass feet.
You know, see, they do stuff like that where it gets you, but it's not like this wild jump. Okay.
The first was young Miss Groton. She tried not to let him in. He stabbed her with a corn knife. That's how his crimes began. The next was Grandma Groton. So old and tired and
So you
gray.
got the gram.
She fit off her attacker until her strength gave way.
That's Poppy.
A setting by the fire. He came up close behind
Did he
him
go one by one?
and strangled him with wire.
Through the whole house.
The last was baby Groton. While in his trundle bed, he stove him in the short ribs until that child was dead. And then he spit tobacco juice on his golden head.
Stay away.
Oh. We're gonna see a ghost fight?
Nothing sadder than a cold bed. But all those wedding beds go cold. Don't they, loves?
That's what monsters do. But not here.
No, especially here.
They're out there in the woods. They're out there and we're in here and the children are finally safe.
Yeah, but you pushed Nell off the stairs.
You kept them from the truth.
Safe. Their image of you.
I woke up at the foot of these stairs and I started walking. No more headaches. No pain. Day, no night. No now, no then. And I would dream while I walked.
Yep. Sounds about right.
The night sky is full of dead stars. They explode to death. And if you could reach up with some great hand and pull them down just before they burst, you would.
Yes.
We're all safe now. This is our forever house. It always was. Nothing bad will ever touch them ever again.
Nothing good will either. Open that door. I know you can open that door.
Finally, he's trying to manipulate her to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
You have always said that our job was to send them sailing
Of the dream.
out into the world.
A dream.
Into the world. Let them go.
I'll be alone again.
Wasn't for the kids in that room.
What?
I would have laid down with you. I would have followed you right into the darkness. But those kids live. Those kids.
Do you think he makes like a weird deal where he takes himself and then
Maybe.
the kids?
I will make a promise to you that I will keep forever. Open the door. Please. Let me fix this. Journey's end.
In lovers' meeting.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna trade himself for the kids.
Oh, we had 5 of them. No. Stay with me. Look. Stay awake. Stay with.
Did he do it?
Yeah.
And that's how the.
Is he just a ghost or is he real? Or did he make some deal with the mom? I was gonna say.
What were they looking at?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they were looking at that staircase and like, there's no way we can get down it.
There's one more thing your brother and I have to do here. We'll see you there.
I'll meet you at the hospital.
No questions of like why? I mean, I get it. They gotta go.
Yeah.
But
Probably best you didn't say anything to them.
Dad's gone.
What did I see?
It was the dad over the balcony.
And now the dad's not going to be there.
That's what happened when he came back to the house.
Oh,
because we still haven't seen this
That's
part.
right.
When he came back.
Lydia? Has Dad always been gone and the kids lived with Aunt Janet because Dad never existed?
I don't know. There he is. There they are.
The dad's allowing Steve to see what happened.
What actually happened.
What happened? Why are you here? Did you see? What happened?
I don't know. We were looking for...
Oh no, they're gonna find their daughter upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I can fix this. I can fix
Fix
it.
what?
That's why he never told him about the mom, because the mom's essentially responsible for Abigail.
You can't. Why is this happening? We need to get you help. We need to get the police. Why are you here? Our daughter snuck out of her bed tonight, and we thought maybe.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Both of their children. All of their children. She wasn't in her bed.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Mommy?
Now she has to be in the house forever.
Who hurt you, baby girl? Honey, I'm having the strangest dream.
I bet.
Uh-huh.
Everybody just it's like they stay in that house.
Yep.
They continue to live in the house.
And that's probably why they stayed on as caretakers, so they could keep seeing Abigail.
She barely left our house her whole life. We kept her out of the world to keep her safe. No, we're the only ones who would even know to mourn her. We won't say anything about Olivia.
Does anything about this seem odd?
Won't.
Well,
I mean, I know they know about the house, but
we know what really happened here.
But the police officer said there was 2 of them.
Don't let it take anyone else. Never again. Let it starve. But leave it here. So I can see her.
and that's why he came back. Well, he didn't, but
I won't leave her here alone. I will not.
Please, you.
So when the police were talking about the other body, they were talking about the person in the basement.
Yep, because they took Abigail.
Yep.
And he agreed to leave the house standing.
Yeah, I thought for a minute there they would fake us out again, but...
Yep. Oh, wow. God, they were way too calm.
Yeah. Well, they knew what the house was.
I know, but still, that's...
So this is why the whole story got messed up with the police. Why would she have done that?
You didn't tell your sisters what you saw. Some things can't be told. You live them or you don't. But they can't be told.
Yep.
Took all the pills.
Yep.
Take care of each other. And be kind to each other. And nothing
wow,
else.
Nice.
His transition.
I was so lucky to be your dad.
And the door closes.
All right, well, I got to get the hell out of here before this place changes its mind.
So, geez, does Steve keep it up? Not take it down? Oh,
Yeah,
there's
they're all back
all of
there.
them.
All the ghosts he never saw. That's not the door.
Nope.
Oh, okay. It was looked different.
All right, so Pops Hugh is gone, and Luke makes it.
Made it.
I am home, I thought, and stopped in wonder at the thought. I am home. I am home. Now to climb.
Making amends.
Ghosts are guilt. Ghosts are secrets. But most times a ghost is a wish. Like a marriage is a wish. A marriage can be like a house. A marriage can be haunted. And I let that happen to us, and I'm so sorry.
You're scaring me.
She gonna tell
I
him?
have something I have to tell you. I'm asking you to love me hard for the next few minutes. And it might be the hardest that you've ever had to love me. But I know it'll be okay because it's us. I'm going to jump. And I'm asking you to hold my hand while I'm falling.
I got some soul-crushing news for you.
6 years ago, I went to that conference in Chicago.
Wait, am I thinking wild here and one of those kids? No.
He already knows.
What are you saying, Steve?
I'm saying I built a wall around a big part of my life, and I hid behind that wall, and I thought that wall kept us both safe, but walls don't work that way. Walls never work that way.
What about these? Oh, trash.
Okay, so Theo.
Just in case.
I thought it was going to be like her gloves or something, but she's wearing them.
Be gloves too.
I will go.
Oh, there go the
Taking them
gloves.
off. Oh,
okay, so she did.
Just want to fix this.
I heard that before.
And the photograph. No, I'm alive. They just lie.
Fear.
As I burn her down.
Fear is the relinquishment of logic.
Oh, she passed. And he's bringing her to the house.
Yeah.
Or she's about to pass.
She's about to.
We're here. We're here. Let my anger take me there.
But so, it seems, is love.
And the shame goes when they're shaking.
Was that like kind of a...
It's a reunion, the baby they lost, their daughter.
Yeah, was this the plan like all along, though? For when they go?
them eventually? Yeah, maybe.
That's why they wanted the house there.
Hey.
We yield to it, or we fight it. We cannot meet it halfway.
Hey, she's
Okay,
pregnant.
so she is pregnant. Yep, they're still together.
Without it,
And then
we cannot
Theo and her
continue for
lady.
long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Hill House, not sane, stands against its hills holding darkness within. It has stood so for 100 years and might stand 100 more. Within, walls continue upright, bricks meet neatly, floors are firm, and doors are sensibly shut. Silence lay steadily against the wood and stone of Hill House.
Why are their lights still on?
And those who walk
Fading
there
out.
Let my darling take me there.
walk together.
And that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the finish.
Yeah,
All
take
right,
it.
guys, there was the ending of season 1 of The Haunting of Hill House, and we wrapped a lot of things up. You know, so many times season finales or series finales are how so many shows are judged. Everybody remembers that final episode, whether they liked it or not. And this one was very interesting because it almost felt like it was 2 separate episodes in the same one. You know, they were kind of split in 2. We had the, kind of what we were expecting all season and what we had gone through with the ghosts and the jump scares and the weird, eerie things going on. We had all the kids get into the red room, and then they brought Luke back, and they were seeing the ghosts and the mom, and we got everything explained. And then we had like almost another episode of everybody trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of reevaluate their lives or make things right in their lives that they felt they did wrong, and to try to make it the best that they could, and to kind of allow people into their lives, taking walls down, things like that, letting people in. So it was really strange to me because it almost felt, like I said, like 2 separate episodes. And I guess it's the ending that I was expecting, but it was different. I don't know if I expected it to go as long towards the end with kind of the wrap up, because they really went into detail with everybody and, gave them all their story and how they all made amends for things. But the finish was something else, with the dad doing what he did so that the kids could be free and get out of the house. And here we see also at the end with the caretakers that did they have that plan all along, that's where they were going to go so they could be together essentially forever?
Yeah.
That's an interesting take on it. And I think it makes you think about, well, what would you do if you knew there was this, evil entity of a house that makes certain people do these terrible things, yet it would allow people to see those who were passed. So it's a real interesting thing, about, they wanted to burn it and then they said they can't because of the ability that it gave the caretakers to see their daughter. So a really interesting one to think on. And man, it was a great ender for a great show. And apparently there is another one. Now, I will say I'm going to wrap this up here real quick by just saying that I'm a little concerned that we're going to be jumping into another house just by the title of it. And I realize I'm getting ahead here, but I'm not sure if I want to see a sequel of more haunted houses. If it's same actors, different stories, that's cool. But oh man, it feels like when you do something this well, this good, leave that as it is and then maybe move on to a different topic or story or genre or whatever it might be. That's all I got.
Yeah, this episode was a wild ride, especially the way they started the roller coaster here with us. We were sold on that. Oh, well, we're getting a flash forward, only to come to back to kind of like the now, but then only to see it was the house playing its mind games on Steve. So that was a trip in itself. And then, of course, it laid the foundation for what was coming next for everyone, which I was excited to see Cheryl's story with that gentleman. And she ended up having a one-night fling. I think some of us were saying that's probably what happened, but we also left room for, not to judge too hard of what if it didn't happen. But and I don't know if it made the cut, but I'll reiterate it quick. The way they showed that happening with her and him, instead of the classic, well, we're going to show them go right into the room, we're going to show them having the drink, and we're going to show, a tasteful fling. That is not what happened. It was cool how they laid out the dude coming back, then fading out some light, and then him telling the audience, us, what happened with her in the middle of that. That was just wild and awesome to see. Completely different. So kudos to the writers on that one. With the house itself, primarily the main character of this whole thing, but it came back with the layers through each episode, right? Even though it was shown in like the second episode, just barely, once during the day or twice. The Red Room itself, the reveal of how basically everyone was part of it, that was wild. I am curious. Well, and then the father too. That was crazy how the trade-off was for the dad. In order to get them out of the room, he had to go and make that trade, which I guess it was some kind of redemption-ish.
Yeah, it was,
right, because the way they had it set up, like after what happened to the mom.
Yeah, and it was odd because the mom was a bit of a monster there, for a while, and then she wasn't, and then she was, but the dad was able to make the trade, so that was kind of interesting. Yeah,
so again, and it was good to see a happy ending for everyone involved, so I was kind of happy that we did get that. Good for Cheryl's husband for, giving the forgiveness. I didn't honestly... Every time that happens, I just assume that everyone's done.
Yeah, that's what I think. Well, this isn't going to work.
Go-to. Overall, I am curious, though, to see what everyone's thoughts are. Was this a finale that met expectations, or was episode 9 such a high that episode 10 was not going to meet a full expectation. Now, I'm not saying it was a bad episode. It's just what we had in 9. Finally seen all the stories come to full story there, pretty much. Getting episode 10 here, I guess I came in with a high expectation, but with that, I shouldn't have done that because it was like, how do you top episode 9?
Yeah.
Still a good, solid episode here. I'm just curious to see what everyone's thoughts are on the finale.
Finales are tough.
Yeah, you know, I would really love to be able, before I do my reaction here, to go read everybody's interpretation. I'm not even going to say theories, interpretations of the show, because I think it's pretty clear that the writers of this did a brilliant job from start to finish.
Yep.
And I think when you have somebody or a team of people who work in this sort of fashion, they write stories like this knowing that they are going to leave a lot of things to interpretation. If they wanted it to be black and white, if they wanted to spoon feed us the lesson of the story, they would. It would be, here's the story we're telling. This is what happens. And we see that with horror movies, with suspense movies. Oh, that's what happened. Aha. You know, and they didn't do that with this. Now, this entire series, as far as how I'm going to interpret this, had a couple of main points. I think the biggest point that I took home from this whole series is that we're so much better off when we don't build walls around us. Everybody in this story had built walls around themselves. The dad built a wall around the truth of what happened with the mom. Steve built a wall around himself. You know, the Shirley, you know, with her, you know, with her secrets. Theo, obviously Nell, Luke, you know, separated himself, and they all did it in their own fashion, right? Like you could say, you know, metaphorically speaking, Luke's addiction was the wall that he built around his family. And from early on in the show, even when they were kids, you know, they would say things to their parents and nobody would believe them, and nobody would believe them. And we saw this representation in the last handful of episodes. Like, it was very much this aha moment when they started opening up to each other, when they started getting real. They started seeing what the other people were seeing, and they realized, like, look, the more you can tear down these walls, the more you can open up, especially with family, the better off you can understand what other people are going through. And ultimately, that's, you know, it's going to bring you closer together. I don't see the ending the way you guys see it. I don't see the dad being, that wasn't a trade-off to me. That was the dad saying, I got my family back together. They're here. Nellie's gone, but the kids are where they need to be. And this house is, you know, I've kept this secret for years. They know what it is. And he has his beliefs about when people pass in that house, they stay in that house. That's where his wife passed. That's where his daughter passed. And that's where he wanted to stay. I don't think there was a trade-off like, I'll give my life and the kids will come out the door. That's not how I saw it. I saw that he wanted to stay where his wife and his daughter were.
Yeah. I mean,
and
he did have to get the wife to open the door.
It was, yeah. And, you know, and it was the same thing with the other family. And, you know, they lost their daughter in there, and that was their thing. You know, because the dad knew the mom would be responsible for, you know, for taking the life of their daughter, and that would, you know, their kids would know that their mom did that. And I think that family just wanted that house to stand because, again, that's where they could see their daughter.
Yep.
It's interesting when you talk about houses. You know, it's like at the end of the day, you know, 2x4s and shingles and drywall, but
walls.
The memories and the good and the bad and everything that happens in between in a house, it's really like a story that's being told from the first day people live in there until the last day of the house's existence. And, you know, in this house, we saw a lot of bad things happen, but there was also a lot of good memories made. And it's you know, they tried to make it feel like the house was its own character. And I think I just think of like growing up in the house. My parents still live in the house. My mom and my stepdad live in the house that I grew up in. And I think about all the good times, all the bad times.
Yeah, the house is always the setting.
Everything that happened in that house, and it's like
it's the character.
So many, the span of emotions. Like I said, the good, the bad, everything in between, and it's like houses in a way are their own entity, and it's interesting the way they told the story about this house. So I feel like that was one lesson, kind of breaking down the walls. I feel like it was a story about a house and how so many things happen in the houses and how they take on kind of a life of their own. And the one thing that I will say, and I don't know if this was really meant to be a main point, but obviously mental illness was brought up pretty
a handful of times,
pretty regularly, and I feel like with the breaking down of walls, it kind of ran parallel lines with the, like, if you're struggling with whether it be addiction or mental illness, or you're struggling with things in your lives, opening up and talking to people is really the only way that you can let people in to try to help you. But on that same line, if somebody opens up to you in that fashion, you have to be willing to listen. You have to be willing to help. You have to be willing to believe. And I think like that was for me, that was kind of the metaphor of Luke saying, nobody believes me, nobody listens. And I think sometimes when you're struggling with things, if people don't listen or they don't take you seriously, that makes you wish you just had never said anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you bottle stuff up and you build these walls around you, that can put you in a really bad position. But if you decide I'm going to tear down these walls and you open yourself up and people don't take you seriously or believe you, that's worse than building the walls around you. So I think it's kind of metaphorical for, open up. But if you're somebody on the flip side of that is the shoulder that somebody's leaning on, you have to be receptive to that. So I'm so curious right now as to other people's interpretations of this, because I think I think this is not a, we did a show, The Conjuring, and it was, this is what happened, this is the story, this is the ending, and set up for a future. But it wasn't really open to interpretation, and a lot of horror movies and things like that aren't. And I think this was very much written to say, let's make these people think, and how are they going to interpret this, or how are they going to see this? So when we're done with this, I want to go online, I want to go on YouTube, I want to see all the fan theories. I love this so much that I am worried about a second season.
Yeah,
I really am, because if it's the same writers, and even sometimes the same writers, I think sometimes what happens is the writers might have such a success with this, like Netflix might be like, we need another season.
One.
And you're in a situation where you might be like, I don't have anything as good as the first one. Here's $50 million. Like, okay, I'll write something.
Let me see what I can do.
And look, as if your job is to be a writer, or to come up with these plots, and somebody throws an obscene amount of money at you, look, that's your career. That's how you put money on the table for your family. You're gonna do it, but it doesn't always mean that the story you come up with or you produce is gonna be as good as the first one. So, keeping my fingers crossed. Let us know what you guys think. Maybe we'll do this one for the channel. But as far as the people who recommended this particular season of this show, it was phenomenal. I loved it.
Yeah, real quick, I want to say shout out to the cast and crew, and including obviously the writers, for the amazing work that they did on here. We probably should have started off with that, but again, everyone here did phenomenal, and thank you all for highly pushing this on to us, because again, without this channel, highly doubtful we would have got to it. So
absolutely. All right, guys. Well, for the Appleton Oak, that's Diamond Dave Damone. I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. That was The Haunting of Hill House. My next house will be about 900 square feet. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Kind of excited for this. I know we missed a lot.
We ain't afraid of no ghosts. So we're gonna find all of the ghouls hiding around Hill House. And we're not just talking about the emotional ghosts haunting the family. We're talking about the shadowy figures and spooky specters of Netflix's hit series, The Haunting of Hill House, lurking beside the staircase and in the dark corners of every room. So join Screen Rant as we try to catch them all. And while you're here, click that subscribe button and join our notification squad to stay up to date on all the things that go bump in the night. Episode 1. Inspired by one of the greatest horror novels of all time, Shirley Jackson's book of the same name is naturally unsettling. Mike Flanagan, director of the series, is no slouch himself. He and the creative team went out of their way to stock the screen full of pale figures who surround our favorite characters. Whether we notice them or not, their presence freaks out our subconscious. In the first episode, Steven sees a ghost. A face looks back at us during the tour of the house. It's placed between two holes in the railing of the staircase, and it kind of looks like Captain Howdy from The Exorcist if you freeze the frame and zoom in. There's also a face behind Nell as she sits in her bed toward the beginning of the first episode.
How does anyone see that?
That's pretty appearance of the bent neck lady
okay, we saw that.
Later. Then
I'm
in
pretty sure we
Steven's
saw
room,
that.
when the doorknob is jostling, there's a man lurking behind
That's
Steven.
way too dark.
Not one, but 3 ghosts leer from the area to the right of the stairs as Hugh and Steven run down the staircase.
No, we definitely did
When Liv
not.
talks religion with Mrs. Dudley towards the end of episode 1, there's a ghastly man looking out from behind a grandfather clock
looks
in the
like
background.
Danhausen.
The time is nightmare o'clock. Episode 2 features less undead beings.
That was episode 1?
But they're no less impactful than Clock Guy and the Staircase People, which would make a great band name, by the way. When Liv explains how a house is like a living thing, in a way that's sure to scar Shirley for life, there's a blonde kid watching them from behind the bushes in the
Again,
distance.
pretty
Shortly
foggy
afterward,
there.
a blurry body stands just out of focus in the kitchen
Very
behind
pixelated.
Liv. If he was hungry,
that
she
one.
just ask Liv for
It
a
depends how
sandwich.
fast the shot
Episode
is,
3 has
too.
the most ghost cameos of the lot. There's a person behind
We
the
didn't
kitchen
know
door just
any
behind
of them.
Theo.
Oh, look at
They
that
got
one.
their
That's a
face
good
staring
one.
through a window in the door. After Theo and Luke play with the dumbwaiter, there's a woman in a dress that the kids don't seem to notice. She notices them,
Again,
though.
way too dark.
No way.
I want to
As
see
Theo
that
and Luke
one.
mess around with the
Oh,
dumbwaiter
I mean, the
shortly
arm.
after, there's a figure watching them in the next room. When Theo strolls through the kitchen 10
genius.
minutes later, we can see the side
Genius
of the
again.
Yeah.
figure to her left.
Like,
Less
those
than a
are like,
minute later,
like
keen-eyed
clear.
observers
Yeah.
might notice the eyes staring
Oh,
back at you.
God, that's creepy.
About 10 minutes after that, a ghoul watches Olivia through the doorway, 2 rooms away. There's
No,
also the
no way
baldy
we
in the
would've seen
hall
that.
who seems to be watching young
that's a
Theo
good
as she
one.
walks around the house. Behind Olive, as she sits in the dining room after the bald ghost stops Theo,
that's a
there's
good
a
one.
close
We
shot
missed
of
all of
her in the
these.
frame. When Hugh, Luke, and
you
Nell
know,
march
again-
down the hall during their
yeah,
last
that
night
one.
in
We
Hill
missed
House,
that
they
too?
don't
Yeah.
say
Wow, we
goodnight
missed
to
a
the
lot.
guy
Missed all
standing
of them.
behind the lampshade. Rude. Seconds later, you might catch a ghost or two standing in the shadowy room behind Hugh.
What is that?
Episode
Come
4. A little after 8 minutes into the episode, a tall man stands in the area behind young Luke and Nell as they try to convince Liv and Hugh of Hill House's
You
ghostly
can't
nature.
tell.
Soon after this moment,
And again,
there's a
it depends
doozy
how
of a ghost
fast the
standing at
shot
attention in
is.
front of a distant
That's a good
window.
one.
The long-haired woman is a few rooms away from Hugh and Liv as they share a
pretty cool right
romantic
there.
moment. Then Luke and Nell get watched again in the kitchen. This time, a face stares at them through the glass on the left side of the wide shut
there is a
kitchen.
face in
Also,
there.
an
Yeah.
aged lady is reflected in the brass horn-shaped communication system at around
We
14 and a half
missed
minutes
that.
into the episode.
Genius.
And don't forget the 2 guys at the bottom of the staircase.
Oh,
because they
that's
appear when
nice.
Young Luke runs down the steps.
This is so cool.
At the top of episode
This is
5,
great.
Liv encourages Nell not to worry about the bent neck lady. If only someone could tell Liv about the ghost behind her. And if they could also divulge to Liv's alter ego, Carla Gugino, that
blurry
this
again.
ghost is played by none other than her Gerald's Game co-star, Bruce Greenwood. Another ghost appears to the left of
Okay.
Liv about a half a minute later. But even creepier is the ghost crouching
was like,
beneath
where?
the
Yeah.
piano.
Oh,
It's the moment
look
when
at those
Theo walks in
hands.
on Liv
Cool.
as she talks with Nell about the drawings on the wall. We see some tensed hands pressed on the floor in the bottom left of the screen. A minute later, a ghost is behind Nell's right side in the shadows behind her. Episode 7. Apparently there are
God, that
no
was a
hidden
lot,
ghosts
too.
in the 6th
Yeah.
episode of the series, but maybe we just
Except
haven't
Nell.
found
That
them
I
yet.
remember.
Yeah,
Now on
that we
episode
saw.
7. When younger Hugh walks through a hallway shortly before the episode's 40-minute mark, there's a pale figure staring
Missed it.
at him from a
Yeah.
doorway behind his right side. In the basement, as Hugh spends time fixing up the house, a bald man seems to be staring out from
come
beside the
on.
shelves beside Hugh. Around the
if
same
you say
time,
so.
there's also a creepy woman with waist-length hair
Oh.
staring at him, just out of focus.
Completely missed
She
it, I
peers
think.
in from the next room. A couple minutes later, the blonde is back in the basement with her hands pressed around the wall behind Hugh.
Almost
and
kind
the
of looks like
officers.
Dobby.
Episode 9. More watchers lurk around the family here in the
We saw
series'
that.
second to last
Yeah.
installment.
Remember
First,
that.
as Hugh stands over Liv on the couch, a spirit appears to stand in the dimly lit window behind her. Another ghost can be seen in the far background. And standing behind a chandelier 2 rooms away from Hugh and can be seen around 60 seconds into the episode.
Yeah,
7
this
minutes
one
later,
got us
there's
jumped.
a face
Yeah.
right in front of our very eyes. The
That
creative
one-
team didn't
that
try
one we
too
did
hard to
say.
hide
Did
this
we see
guy
that
staring
one?
back at us
Okay.
from a
So I was
window
too
on the
busy.
right side of
Guys,
the screen.
guys.
Seconds later, the
I
man in the
think.
window reappears beside Liv. And how could anyone
didn't
use
see
the
it there.
staircase
Or maybe it was
in
that
this
one.
house with all the paranormal activity?
minute.
Another figure appears by the stairs when Shirley travels around the house for some food. Back at the stairs for the end of the episode,
Well,
another
and your eye is
ghostly
drawn
man
to
stands in
the
doorway on the right
actors.
side of the
Oh,
screen.
that's a
It's
good
right
one.
as Liv prepares to leave the house, and it's the last hidden ghost we'll see before we leave
So-
Hill House as well. Until episode 10. That is, we get
I don't
one
think we
more
noticed anything in
visitation
10.
in the final
No.
episode. A little after the 50-minute mark, the ghost watches Steven from the room past the parted curtains.
You'd
Scared
never
yet? Well,
see
don't
that.
be.
No.
Screen Rant
Oh,
will
that
be
was
here
it?
to keep you
That's
company.
all.
We'll
Wow. All
always
right.
be around.
Thank you,
Whether
Screen
you're being
Rant.
kept
All right, guys. Wow, I definitely did not see pretty much all of those ghosts.
There's like a couple.
Yeah, but to be fair, in our defense, your eyes are always drawn to the actors. I don't recall, how quick the camera might have been moving around and that sort of thing. But definitely an awesome touch to Haunting of Hill House that gives it a lot of rewatchability for sure.
Yeah, I just remember like a certain handful after episode 6. I don't even know if it was a handful, just a slim amount. But seeing that amount, and folks, at least for me, and some of those, there's no way. Maybe if I were to go back and rewatch, maybe I could, now that it's been pointed out to me, maybe I could see it. But during our first watch, as you could tell, we were like all just locked in on what was going on. Even though we mentioned a couple times in the reaction that we were trying to see what's going around in the background, some of that, first watch, no way I was going to see any of that.
Yeah, we might have saw a few, but again, it's happening pretty quick. A lot of them were really blurry. During this reaction, we were kind of like, okay,
Pixelated.
if you say that's a head, I suppose it is.
Yeah, and I will say real quick too, absolute genius to do that as like I would consider like an Easter egg in each episode. Bravo to Mike and crew for doing that. I wish more shows would actually do that.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun that they threw these things in. A lot of these, the hands under the piano, super
that was a
creepy.
good one.
The face looking up when they were going downstairs, when Luke went down in the dumbwaiter. That was creepy. A lot of these I didn't catch. A handful I did. As Diamond Dave said, look, we were so laser focused, and I had said, earlier on, we're not in a spot doing these reactions where we can be like, oh, go back 10 seconds, go back.
Yeah.
And so if for the normal person watching at their home or wherever, you can say, did you see that? Okay, stop, go. And so there's some things that we maybe thought we saw, but didn't really bring it up. And kudos to everybody in the comments. I don't think I recalled anybody, or not, at least not a lot of people in the comments as we were going saying, look for the hidden ghosts, look for the hidden ghosts. I think a handful of people might have.
A handful. To be fair to Patreon, Patreon was very nice about saying, hey, look at the entire screen. Not everyone was saying like every episode, oh, you missed this. A lot of Patreon, at least, and YouTube starting, is being very gentle with us on saying, look at the screen everywhere, not just where the actors are doing.
But I think one thing about this is, as you guys had mentioned, this is going to make for a fun rewatch. And this is a series where if you've watched the show, we were all just hyper focused watching it.
Jump scares.
And now I would like to go back, watch it a second time. I think just knowing when a jump scare is coming sometimes, like knowing when it's coming, like, okay, now I don't have to worry about that. I know it's coming. So now I can kind of relax and try to focus on other things as opposed to, you guys even see me. I get like,
like you're trying to move away from it.
Like my pre-jump scare, like positioning. But this was a lot of fun. As Simon Dave had said, great job by the director for throwing these little Easter eggs in.
Where I think this would be a lot of fun is if you were watching this show with somebody who hadn't seen it. And so maybe you're sitting there watching a scene, maybe it's the scene with the staircase, and you just kind of nudge whoever you're watching with like, hey, what's that by the steps? you know, that would be just great.
I think you
just point them out
fast sometimes. So,
Yeah.
like, I think they throw that in. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun, and a big shout out to everybody for recommending this one.
Thanks for suggesting this. This was great. We'll see you on the next one, folks.